We have in supermarkets a great range of designs of pegs, and they're rather difficult for people with arthritis because the joints aren't flexible enough to manage the squeezing of the spring that's in them, that you must squeeze the top, which means that you're reaching to the clothesline. There's a limit to how low it can get, and you're reaching to find this, to squeeze the top, and which is rather difficult because of the limitation of the joints in the hand. Now, with the supermarkets, you could find on the shelves many designs, but they're in principle the same thing because they all have a little spring, and that's the part that upsets the arthritic person because they haven't, once they're reaching, they haven't that strength left to squeeze it in according to the height of the line. So we just feel it would be marvellous if there's something to reduce that, simple, and also not having to reach so far to get to the line. Now, this is one which is excellent to look at because it's solid and it has a little rest for the fingers in it. So what we'll do, we'll just see how we get there with excellent. Not quite. I'm still reaching a little higher than I'd like to with that one. Now this one's much smaller for my fumbly fingers. I haven't got enough grip there, so I'm trying to get it in the position because the grip isn't quite long enough. Now that's okay, but once again I'm up there with that reaching, which gives me, it's just, this isn't the one I'd buy, so because I'd find I haven't got enough length there in that design. I've got plenty of room for the garment, but not enough room to hold on with my fumbly fingers. And the fumbly fingers are because of the arthritis. Getting a little closer because I've got a little more to feel as I reach for the position. That is easier because I've got a little extra length there, and it's not upsetting the garment because it's resting on it. That has no bearing at all. But that's... Now this is one that's almost double. I could, with a little bit of thought, I could say, I might hang something on the bottom of this as well. But it's still rather, I could lose it with the grip. I could find that my fingers have slipped off, but there could be a chance of adding something in there if I wanted to. But it's not, that isn't really long enough for me because I would need to have a bit of extra length for the big fingers that have to hold on to it. Get one finger around that fits into that little loop there. So I'd say a possibility, but I would personally, if I'm going to analyse the shape, I'd like it longer. Yes, does well, sits there nice. Now this is nice because we've got a little finger right through the hole, and I can put that up. Yes, lovely. Not long enough for me. That's the only thing I'd say about the design. It could be bigger. Yes, now this one I have this is more a thumb grip, this one, so that I can put this over the line with maybe thinner because I've got little teeth on it, and it would be smaller garments to get through that, but I can't quite get it onto a towel. There. Can, to a point, have to be a smaller garment because that would have to be wider, the little part that goes over the line. Very, very good. I can see that it's going to be a little bit closer at the top there where we go onto the garment to clip it on. We'd like it a little narrower, and we'd like that for extra strength, a little bit of Now what do I call that? It's like a little backbone, isn't it? But my fingers go into that beautifully. I'm not reaching so far, and it's slipping over. Just if it were windy it would fall off. So, well, I can hardly do anything but rave over this because it's so clever, and I can, with 4 fingers I can feel and happily reach to my towel, my garment on that I happily reach. No forced action there at all. It's got enough room for my hand to be completely comfortable, and I think my granddaughter who invented this design is so clever, and it should be on the market. It is so good and wonderful for the arthritic hand.